Good afternoon, fellow rebels. We have taken a little trip today, and we've come down to the town of Kingston, New Hampshire, to see a very, very historic house, and we're almost there. Today's travels, we're just traveling around the state, looking at some historical places and some interesting places, and I think you're going to find this pretty interesting. Okay, so we came to the Josiah Bartlett house, and I'm sure you've probably never heard of Josiah Bartlett, but the house you're fixing to see was his house, and he was, the most significant thing that he was a signer of the Declaration of Independence, and his house still stands here right now, and they're doing some construction on it, so we'll let you see that. I'm assuming this is a private home, so we're not going to go any further in the yard than just this. But this tree that stands here is a tree that he planted
on the day that he signed the Declaration of Independence.
Yeah, he planted this tree the day that he signed the Declaration of Independence. Now that is history. Look at that. Is that not amazing? Absolutely amazing.
He's also the first governor of the state.
Yeah, he was the first person to hold the title of governor of this state, and he was an innovator in medicine, and he practiced in the town here of Kingston for 45 years. It's right on the highway, so you're going to hear a lot of road noise, and not really much we can do about that, but that is so cool. That is so historical right there.
If there's ever an American flag that meant something, that was one right there.
Absolutely. That flag should fly 24/7. That is awesome.
I think it's important to note that at the time that these guys signed a Declaration of Independence, that was considered treason, which was punishable by death. It was for sure a death sentence. If they weren't successful, they'd all been executed. And these guys were in their 20s. So think about that.
They were brave.
How brave was that, to go against the most powerful military and country in the world because you were sick of their oppression and sick of their tyranny, so much so that you risked your lives and your family's lives probably.
In Natural State Rebels fashion,
Susan's fashion,
in my fashion, we've ended up in, guess what?
Another cemetery. Could you guess it?
So,
Full of,
full of dead people.
Yeah, but this one has somebody really, really important in it.
Yeah, and we're gonna walk around here, and we're gonna see if we can find where his grave is, and we will show you in just a minute. We have the GPS coordinates for this grave, so that's what Shane's walking with his GPS coordinates to see if we can find it. Did you find it? Is this it?
Bartlett.
Oh. What does this say? Yeah, this is it right here. Okay. So we just showed you his house, and this is the grave of the signer of Declaration of Independence, Josiah Bartlett. Yeah.
This monument is erected over the sacred relics of His Excellency Josiah Bartlett, Esquire, late Governor of New Hampshire, who died May 19th, 1795, in the 65th year of his age, and his virtuous and amiable comfort, Mrs. Mary Bartlett, who died July 14th, 1789, in the 59th year of her age. Fragrant is the recollection of friends. The most delightful flowers shall be scattered upon their valuable remains. When we recall the sacred spot to mind, the congenial tear shall sparkle, I guess tear, in the eye of sympathy. Their virtues shall be embalmed in the warm bosom of affection.
Okay, people have left some coins here.
Saw this in the cemetery. I wondered if it works, an old school well pump. And it does. Because if you think about it, people for many hundreds, a couple hundred years, they were coming here with horses. So you needed to water your horses, you can do it here. Huh? Neat.
So our next stop, again, of course, is another cemetery. But this grave that we've come to today is pretty interesting. He is the father of the modern gaming industry or video game industry. His name is Ralph H. Baer. So he's German, and his family moved here early on. He was an engineer with a defense contractor in 1966 when he began toying with the concept of a game box that you could play on TV. And so he is pretty much the father of the video game, but his employer gave him $2,500 and 2 staff members to kind of pursue this video game avenue. And in 1971, he actually invented what was called the Magnavox Odyssey. I don't know if any of you out there have ever heard of that, but he is the person who actually came up with that idea from his employer giving him $2,500. So that's pretty cool. So not only did he do the Magnavox Odyssey, his actual biggest game invention was the game Simon. Do you remember the little Simon? I had one of those. I loved that as a kid, where you had the different colored buttons, you hit it, turn it on, and it would make a different pattern. You'd have to hit the whatever color, that it lit up, and you have to follow the patterns. I loved that game, but that was his biggest invention that he came up with. So that was a really cool thing too. And then he actually went on to hold more than 150 patents in the gaming industry. So it's pretty cool what he's actually known for. But he was actually awarded the National Medal of Technology from then President George W. Bush. And then that same year, he donated all of his prototypes and related documents to the Smithsonian Institute.
Sometimes like all you want to do is run. Hear me out, hear me out. It's all the things you never show. There are the things I want.
We stopped to have, I guess, supper at a place called Diz's. D-I-Z-S. And we got our seat out here at the front so we can look outside and see everybody walking in downtown.
Not very many people.
No, I know.
This is Manchester, by the way.
Yeah, Manchester, New Hampshire. So here we go.
Losing almost all my energy. It's getting hard to talk to you when I'm the old.
What do you call this? Fried chicken, mac and cheese. That's the most aggressive plate of mac and cheese I've ever seen.
That is huge. It's good. Garlic parmesan.
And chicken, steaming in the back. Because right here they got some extra juice that should go over all of it.
That's good.
I just want to say that Susan often gets into her food. She sometimes makes a little bit of a mess. Show us your face, Susan.
What is it? I don't know. I don't know where it is.
With your fingers.
I'm eating wings.
Yeah, I guess we'll give her a break. She's been eating some barbecue wings. Look at that. Well, it's funny because it's on her cheeks like a baby. Anyway, must be good.
It is very good. Well, I hope you enjoyed touring around with us in the state today. And we just want to say thank you for watching. It really means a lot to us. Be sure to give us a thumbs up. If you like the video, subscribe. And leave us a comment. Let us know what you thought. We like to read your comments and it really helps us out. And until next time, live in the sunshine.
There